The 8th Supreme God starts to laugh. Gohan's body is still in crisis. The 8th Supreme God says,
"It looks like Goku's real powers are on display now. He's lost control against the God of Destruction of Universe 6. Perhaps we can consider him an ally."
Gohan watches and speaks. "What's happening? It feels like now the 8th gave the ultimate is taking full control of my body again. That couldn't happen. I need to do something. What is happening to my father? He came here to help me and now it looks like he's against everyone. Damn it." Vados observes and says, "You mean this is what happens when a Saiyan's power is brought to the Ultra God force? He ends up losing control. And now Vegeta has activated his Ultra Ego and is saying that he will be able to finish off Goku. Interesting. But did Mr. Vegeta get that powerful up to that point?" Vegeta says,
"Vados, know that I am the Prince of the Saiyans. There is no stage that Kakarot can reach that I can't reach."
Vegeta boosts his Ultra Ego further and lands a blow on Goku. Goku tries to dodge it, but the Saiyan Prince's speed is too high. Goku, smiling, says, "It looks like you're trying to fight seriously, Vegeta. I was gonna take care of the situation here with the God of Destruction of Universe 6, and then we could bring Gohan back. Looks like you're not trusting me." Vegeta smiles and says,
"Something here impresses me, Kakarot, and I think maybe I have to take care of this whole situation. Let's start."
The two smile and the battle begins. Alright my partner, already why don't you whack that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any videos and we stay connected to the entire universe of the Z Warriors. Alright, back to it. The Palace of Zeno-sama. Zeno-sama's palace was empty after Daishin Khan, Beerus and Whis went directly to find Zeno where he was imprisoned by the 8th Supreme God. An unknown presence appears in Zeno-sama's palace and says,
"It seems that everything is going according to plan. The performance of the 8th Supreme God is much greater than we imagined. Maybe this battle will be even easier for us. Does that mean that the Saiyans trained in the room of the gods and achieved the Ultra God transformation? As a result of this, they want to become the most powerful beings, but still the Supreme Gods are taking care of this situation. Universe 6 is in danger. Angels cannot engage so far in battle. If the High Priest accepts and authorizes the angels to fight, things might get a little more complicated for us. But for now, let's deal with the Saiyans and the Gods of Destruction." "Does that mean that this is Goku's son? This kid has enormous potential. The 8th Supreme God must have already realized this. But what amazes me the most is this new energy that has emerged. Goku had already surpassed the God of Destruction of Universe 6, and if this battle had continued, he would surely have defeated him by now. But this guy, Vegeta, it seems he fears no one. Does he possess even greater power? What is he doing here? We need to be very careful. But after all, it doesn't matter, because I am." At that moment, when the unknown voice would say who it was, we have a cut directly to the unknown galaxy, where the Great Priest is next to Bios and the Is. From Lewis, he says, "My dad, I can feel light years from here, a great energy being released directly from Universe 6. It seems that things are now getting much more complicated. Mr. Goku again seems to have lost control of his transformation." At that moment, Beerus starts to laugh and says, "Do you understand what this is? Do you understand who will resolve the situation now?"
Whis and the High Priest begin to watch. The Great Priest says, "Does that mean that you, even though you are a master disciple, are still able to create this kind of rivalry? Surely you taught Ultra Ego, and Ultra Ego will be combined with the strength of Ultra God. In the case, Goku was combining the power of the Ultra Instinct with the Ultra God. Whis watches and speaks. Does that mean there is a difference from this teaching in Batala? Maybe this is the way for Mr. Vegeta to control his powers.
At that moment, Beerus says, "Exactly, Whis. For a long time I tried to use the Ultra Instinct, but due to my destruction energy being so high, things ended up getting more complicated. At that moment, I gave up controlling the Ultra Instinct and started to work only on my Ultra Ego power until I managed to reach other levels in battle. And this worked very well because with this skill, I was able to show extremely incredible powers. So now I am sure Vegeta's training will make things much more intense. Vegeta will show his true power and will understand what the Prince of the Saiyans will do."
Whis starts to laugh and says, "Very well, Sir Beerus. If it continued like this, even I thought it would challenge me." At that moment in Universe 6, Vegeta begins to land several blows on Goku. Vegeta activates his Ultra Ego. Goku looks at Vegeta and speaks. "This reminds me of when we fought on Earth and ended up releasing Majin Buu. This time I won't take it easy." The great battle had begun. Champa watches and speaks. "The power of this Saiyan is increasing." Gohan continues to laugh and says, "God of Destruction of Universe 6, I'm still here, and if I want, I can finish you off anytime I feel like it." Champa responds, "Out of respect for what the mortal of Universe 7 said, I will leave you alone. But wait, the worst still awaits you, boy." Goku and Vegeta begin to deliver several blows until the point where Goku in his Ultra God form activates his Kaioken increased 100 times over. Vegeta begins to take a huge disadvantage. Vegeta says,
"My Ultra Ego, the more I get hit, the more powerful I get."
Vegeta begins to receive several blows from Goku, resembling his first battle he had against the Saiyan. The two begin to show more and more powerful abilities. Vegeta says,
"Does that mean that this is the true power of Kakarot? So this is the strength of the strongest. Interesting. So now we're gonna sort this all out." Vegeta rages, "I think you should know, Kakarot, that by your side we had a great training in the Room of the Gods. You even showed your Ultra God transformation, and after that you passed out. It took me some time later to master several powers until the moment I managed to reach the Ultra God form."
Goku watches and speaks. "What, Vegeta? Did you also manage to activate this transformation?" Vegeta smiles and says,
"This transformation was chosen by the great celestial being. So I, as the Prince of the Saiyans, can't be left behind by any other Saiyans. That's my ego, and that's the true power of the Ultra God. So I present to you now, Kakarot, for the first time, the transformation of the Ultra God Vegeta."
In that instant, all the universes begin to shudder. Everyone starts to wonder and says, "What is this? Is this Vegeta's power? What's going on?" The Prince of Saiyans is showing his true fury. Everything is shaking. Whis in Universe 7 says, "What is happening is not possible. Is this really Lord Vegeta's power?" Beerus starts to smile and says,
"After all, he was trained by me."
Vegeta appears with his new transformation, showing his true power. Vegeta appears teleporting behind Goku and threatening to land a blow to his face. The two begin to exchange big punches. It looked like Goku's energy was a little drained from the amount of battles he had and the previous fight he had with Champa. Vegeta begins to land several blows on Goku until the moment when Goku falls to the ground and loses his Ultra God transformation. Vegeta says,
Kakarot, I will not consider this a battle between us. After all, you were already worn out. I hope you can show me something different.
At that moment, we can see that Champa had been attacked from behind by Gohan, embodied in the 8th Supreme God. Vegeta says,
Looks like you didn't respect my decision. You're not Kakarot's son. You attacked the God of Destruction of Universe 6.
Gohan, embodied in the 8th Supreme God, says,
By the time you started raising your power, I could see that you really are a big threat, so I don't have the time to play around here. This will be your end, Vegeta.
Vegeta starts to laugh and says,
If that's what you think, you will know the true power of the next destroyer of the universe, the great Vegeta.
Vegeta vs. Gohan, to be continued. So my partner, what do you believe and what do you imagine about all this? Many battles will get more and more intriguing, and there is still a lot that will happen in the story. Regardless of what it is, it's more than important that you come out here in the comments and share your thoughts so that we and everyone in the community can get into a crazy debate. Click on that like button if you enjoyed the video and consider subscribing to the channel so that you don't miss any future videos. And that's all there is to it. I will catch you in the next video. Goodbye.